Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to tell you what I did to a recent bargain purchase I made. If you're new to the channel or you haven't already, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, click on the bell icon, select all, and you'll be notified every time we upload new content. Now I'm pretty sure we are all aware of Hornby's production of Toby the tram. It's a fairly nice model that was in production for many years, but yes, it is somewhat oversized and out of scale, but it is what it is. On a recent visit to the model shop, I came across this Hornby Toby body shell. Yes, just the shell, but we already have a Hornby Toby, so that did not bother me. Now initially I thought about just keeping it as a spare body shell. Then I even contemplated maybe making it look more like the RWS series Toby the tram. But then in a random conversation with both Aidan and Katie, I came up with a totally different idea. Now the conversation revolved around where locomotives came from before they arrived at Heritage Railways, basically where their origins were. Now this made me think, although a fictional character, Toby is based on a real locomotive. So what was Toby's history before Sodor? So I figured, why not make Toby look a little more like the days Toby may have worked for the LNER? So the first thing I needed to do was drill some very small holes in both buffer beams to locate some Hornby vacuum pipes, which I had previously painted some time ago. Then to carefully unclip and remove Toby's face so it won't get damaged during the rest of the process. The second thing I needed to do was remove the large number 7 from the sides. For this I used a fiberglass pen, just rubbing it lightly and repeatedly doing it until it started to come away. Inevitably a little paint from the body was lost, but nothing much really to speak of. I then mixed up a bit of brown paint and touched up the areas where the large 7 had been rubbed away. After that had dried, I then took some Humbrol black wash and then applied it to the body sides to help accentuate all of the wood panel lines. This would also help hide the removal of the large 7 from the body sides. After the wash had dried, I simply rubbed off the excess with a Q-tip and some thinners. Now sadly I lost some of the video footage, but I next painted the lower portions of Toby black, basically anything that was grey on the original paint scheme. Now I needed to apply some lettering on the sides, and after sorting through all of my spare transfers from the other projects, I found something reasonably suitable in size and colour. Now please remember, this Hornby Toby is not accurate in scale, so not having perfect lettering is not going to be a real issue. Now I applied the transfers as I usually do by coating the area with some Humbrol clear, allowing it to dry, then using very warm water and a dot of washing up liquid in the mix, soaked each transfer as I required them and applied them by eye. Once I had them where I wanted them, I let them dry and then applied another coat of Humbrol clear and allowed that to dry as well. Once the Humbrol clear had dried, I then used some Humbrol liquid poly and applied some to the holes on the buffer beams I had drilled earlier and fixed the Hornby vacuum hoses to the rear, replaced Toby's face and then fixed the vacuum pipe to the front buffer beam also and allowed to dry. Now for the time being, this Toby is just a shell, and if we want to use it, well, we have to swap shells with our other Toby. However, in the future I may look into adapting an alternative chassis to fit inside this Toby, as those chassis tend to be quite expensive on the second-hand market, although a Hornby Bill or Ben chassis will also fit inside. I hope you agree that it's a different look for Toby and it's made use of this spare shell. I hope you enjoyed watching this little project and seeing how this discarded body shell has been giving a new lease of life, albeit a previous life before Sodor. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye now.